Welcome everyone to John Gursky Stadium for this PDL matchup between Evergreen FC and top-seeded Reading United AC. I'm Noah Pegler, and right now this game is about two teams who are heading in different directions. You got Reading United AC, who sit at the top of the table, and right now are hoping to eventually clinch the top spot to get at least one home game, at least in the PDL playoffs. On the other side, you got Evergreen FC, who have had a very tough season and had only been able to get 1 point so far in the standings. And right now, as Kevin Garnett says, anything is possible, so we'll see what happens in this game tonight, as you see the captains shaking hands and all before this matchup. Tonight, Reading United will be wearing the red jerseys as part of Hometown Heroes Night here at Reading United AC. These jerseys will be auctioned off, and the benefits of the auction will go to Keystone Military Families Organization, helping families who have members in the military or are first responders. Right now, for starting in the lineups tonight for both of these teams, for Evergreen, you got top names like Nick Conclu starting in net, and then on defense you also got AJ Sheeta and Tyler Clegg, and then top goal scorer for Evergreen FC, Sammy Bayou, will be on the front line tonight for Evergreen. On the other side for Reading United, who just played a game as part of the Affiliated Festival against Bethlehem on Tuesday, some of those top players were resting, and then they are back tonight, like Bennett Strutz, Will Campbell, Lamine Conte, Nico Solabarieta, and Corey Bennett. But then one guy who started in that Bethlehem game, Izana Kase, will be starting tonight, hoping to help him out in trying to get a spot in the lineup as the season winds down. As the season winds down, each team in the PDL's got about at least 4 to 5 games to play. Right now on the table, Reading United sit 6 points above the Long Island Rough Riders, and then in third place you got the New York Red Bulls sitting at 21 points, and then you got Ocean City at 18. Right now, Reading is hoping to secure the top playoff spot to hopefully host a playoff game. And here we go, underway at John Gursky Stadium. As Reading United will gain control of the ball, Aaron Malloy will not be playing tonight, so we'll see what Reading will be able to do with the ball, with controlling the offense and getting the right passes. As Solabarieta will take it now. We'll give it off to Austin Amer. And Evergreen will kick that one away. Now back to Amer. We'll give it back to Strutz, who was part of the PDL's Team of the Week. And it was a good job for Bennett Strutz, who has done a really good job this season as goalie for Reading United. As now it will be an Evergreen FC throw-in. And it was stolen away there by Kase, applying the pressure early. And now Reading will gain possession here. Given off to Harrett. And Evergreen will kick it back to Reading. As Will Campbell kick it up. He'll give it back to Conte. Now Evergreen on the ball. We'll give it back to the defense. Try to find something upfield, but nothing there. Got clear skies here at Reading in West Lawn, Pennsylvania, but a very hot day here as temperatures are up in the high 80s, possibly 90s. As now will be a free kick here to Evergreen. And AJ Sheeta will take it. And was trying to find Lewis Long on that one, and Strutz will pick it up. So far this season, this is one of the best seasons that Reading United has had in a while. So hopefully they would hope to continue their momentum into the playoffs and hopefully can try and clinch the PDL title. There's a lot of depth to this team, so we'll see where they can go with it. As they try to clear it up field now, trying to find Kieran Roberts, who is back, who returns to action, as now Reading trying to find something here. It will be given back to Roberts. Tried to find Kase, but it will go out for a throw-in for Evergreen. Upcoming schedules for these guys. After tonight, Reading will take on New York Red Bulls U23 and Ocean City Nor'easters, while Evergreen will be taking on Lehigh, and then Long Island, and then New York Red Bulls U23, and then FA Euro New York. As now Harret will try and find something upfield. He's got Nico Solabarrieta on the near side, crossing it over, and is kicked out of play for a corner kick. First corner of the match for Reading United. As Corey Bennett, who returns to action, received the ball right in the box. It was just probably one touch away from getting a shot on goal. As it will be Matt Greer to take the corner kick. Crosses it in. It hits off a defender and will be kicked out of play for a throw into Reading. Reading United known for getting plenty of corners this season, as they've had plenty of opportunities to get goals, but have at least scored at least 3 in each game, probably around there. As Evergreen will take possession here. Shita will give it up to Vasquez. And Bayou tried to find something there, but gave it right into the legs of Miller. And Reading will maintain here. Some of the other big names not here playing tonight for Reading would include Felipe Hideki, who has come along in this season and has played really well. And then another name is Alex Lipinski. And hopefully Reading's hoping they could be back this season. As Solabarrieta gets around Vasquez on that, around Sheet on that one, goes into the box, kicks it in, and knocked away by Evergreen. As Bayou will give it off to Martins. Now back to Bayou. Now Sheeta will take it. Give it off to Vasquez. Bayou gives it off to Emmons. Crossing into the far side. Now cross back to this side to Emmons. But will be knocked away by Miller. And he'll keep it in play. And Greer tried to find Solabarrieta on that one. But the ref will call the foul on Luis Martins. And it will be a free kick for Reading. So far, Evergreen FC are hoping to find a goal early, as so far this year they have been outscored 25-6, hoping to at least knock down that goal differential a bit and hopefully to get at least a point out of this game. As Solabarrieta on the near side will give it off to Roberts. Roberts kicks it in and goes in! Reading United scoring early as Kieran Roberts puts it back into the net 1-0 Reading United in the 8th minute of play. As Sola Barrieta just took it up on this near side, finds Roberts in the box, or outside the box, and then was able to dribble right in and gets around Conclu on that one and gives Reading an early lead. Kieran Roberts, who has been a top forward this year, both creating opportunities and is a physical player up front, and he's another dangerous player for Reading United. And Reading can hopefully will need him in the playoffs to start their run. As now Campbell will take it. Kicks it over to the near side to Miller. Find Sebastian Harret. And finding Roberts, who's offsides. As Vasquez, or Sheeta will take it, as Bayou tries to kick it in, but deflected off of Conte. And Sola Barrieta will take it and give it up to Corey Bennett. He's feeling the pressure from Vasquez. And now Sola Barrieta trying to find somebody, but feeling the pressure of Emmons. And now Miller will give it off. Now to Campbell on the far side. And now Evergreen will regain possession, but then Harret intercepts it. Ruff will give a foul on that one, and a free kick to Reading. As now, Reading with the chance, and Conclu will eat that. Will take that. So far in the season for Reading, with adding that Kieran Roberts goal, they have 21 goals on the season and have only given up 3 goals. A lot of credit to the success for Reading goes to the defense, who has seen a different change in lines, and also the goalkeeper. And then another key part of this Reading defense is goalkeeper Bennett Strutz, who's done really well this season. As Sola Barrieta will now take it down the line. Gives it off to Roberts. And now finds Harret. But was trying to find Harret, but will be stopped. And now intercepted by Greer. Greer finding Kase. It's Kase has a man to beat. Tried to cross it in, but deflected. And Milner will not try to take it out, but is now throwing to Reading. Campbell will now pass it. And to Amer, who will pass it to the near side. As Reading now on the chance. Roberts finding Kase. Crosses it in. Goes to the near side to Sola Barrieta. Try to cross it back in, but Sheeta will deflect it out. As Miller now pass it off to Amir, who's got Campbell, who finds Kase. Now back to Campbell, and a good save by Nick Conclu, keeping Evergreen in this game. As Miller will head that one out. Will Headed away. It's now Evergreen on the has the chance, but it's stopped by Will Campbell. As Sol Barrieta give it back to Harret. Now back to Sol Barrieta, who gets around Vasquez. And Sol Barrieta impressed the crowd on that last one. As now Evergreen will have it kicked away by Sol Barrieta, but now a throw-in. For Reading United, Nico Solabarrieta didn't start much at the beginning of the season, but got more starts towards the halfway of the season now. As Roberts with the ball has it stopped by Sheeta. Still applying pressure, but we'll go out for Evergreen throw-in. Yeah, so far this season, Solabarrieta, he's known for being physical and or applying pressure, kind of like Kieran Roberts, and is another key part to see what he does for Reading United as we come down to the final games of the season. As Bayou trying to get away from Miller, and to go out for another throw-in. As Sheeta take the free kick. Crosses it in and is headed away by Kase. But Evergreen's still in possession, but is stolen away by Greer. As now Kase dribbling in open space, finds Roberts. Roberts finding Solabarrieta on the near side, but is offsides. So far in this match, Reading are getting their opportunities. Just need to watch the offsides. Reading United this year have at least 4 players in the top prospects, and one of the most notable, of course, is Aaron Malloy, who sits at the top of the list. And then you also got Daniel Crutzen, who also sits in the top 10. And then you also got Kamal Miller and Lamine Conte, who are also part of that top 40. So this is a stacked Reading United team. As Conklu will kick it upfield as it skids back to Miller. And Solabarrieta will try to find Amir on that one as you got Harret dribbling into the box. Kicks it to Roberts, but stopped by the defender. And it will go out for a throw into Reading. It's another great opportunity this time for Reading, as you saw Harret dribbling on the near side and found Roberts, but Roberts' shot was stopped by the defender on that one. As we'll dribble back to the defense of Conte. As Amir will now kick it out to Kase. Finds Harret. We'll give it back to Campbell. Tried to find Miller. And there'll be a handball off of Lewis Long for another free kick to Reading.
Select is the official ball sponsor of PDL. Follow SelectSportAmerica.com.
As we go now, another free kick to Reading.
Reading free kick sponsored by Soccer Pulse. Rate your players after training or games to know who's in the best form. Visit soccerball.net for more information.
As Solobarrieta will take a quick free kick as it goes now to the far side to Kase. Just a little too far, and will go out to a throw-in for Evergreen.
Capelli is a proud sponsor of the PDL. Follow @Capelli Sport on Twitter for all the latest Capelli Sport information.
Keep this here so you can fouls commentate. Now Miller gives it up to Roberts. Goes now to the middle to Greer. Finds Kase on the far side. Crosses it in to Roberts. Just goes out of play for a goal kick. Kieran Roberts getting plenty of opportunities into this game, and is hoping to score to get another goal in this match. Reading's top goal scorer this year is Felipe Hideki, and he is tied at the top with PDL top prospect Aaron Malloy. And both of those guys are resting tonight. Hopefully we get to see him again later this season. As Vasquez will clear that one out. And now Bayou will give it off to Martins. But is stolen away by Kase. And trying to find Roberts, but is kicked away. As Greer tried to kick it back upfield. But it'll be headed out by Evergreen, and we'll go out of play for a throw-in. And now Solobarrieta. And Reading wanted a handball on that one. And the ref will give him a free kick on that one. So far, 5 fouls on the game for Evergreen. And it is one reason that is helping Reading United to maintain possession in this game. And the ref wants them to take the free kick from the proper spot. Now Solobarrieta kicks it off of Vasquez and will go out for a throw-in. Give him back to Miller. And we'll go back to Strutz. Who has made so far before this game 27 saves. It is a big part of why Reading has only given up 3 goals this season. As Solobarrieta will take it. Trying to find and finds a man, but is offsides. It was another good chance for Reading, but Bennett was just a little offsides. Corey Bennett, another good player for Reading, who has been with Reading United for the past couple of years, and is right now 3rd as the top goal scorer. He can create plenty of opportunities, and he's just hoping to put more in the back of the net as Miller will head it out to Solobarrieta. He'll go throw into Reading as Solobarrieta was tripped up on that last one, but is able to get up. As Miller throw it as an intercepted by Evergreen. Now Long will take it, but is stolen away by Miller. As Greer trying to find Harrett. And Evergreen will not take that. Take the ball away as Shita will clear it up. Will kick it upfield. And now the trainers will be able to look at Solabarrieta. Any USL PDL fans who are interested in news, rankings, standings, or scores and matches, go to www.uslpdl.com.
Fans, once again, don't forget to bid on those special red Hometown Heroes jerseys.
As we enter the 24th minute, the players will be taking a hydration break, as it is a very, very hot night tonight here at West Lawn, Pennsylvania. Temperatures up in the high 80s, possibly 90s. So far in this game is 1-0 Reading, thanks to a goal by Kieran Roberts, and it was assisted by Solabarrieta. As Solabarrieta will come off to the sideline. Reading hoping he's all right, so hopefully keep him either in this game and hopefully keep him for the rest of the season.
Again, be sure to bid on those special red jerseys that the players are wearing. Or after the game, you can literally take the jerseys off their back. And the bid start at $30.
Reading United wearing red jerseys tonight as part of the Hometown Heroes night here at Reading United AC. These jerseys will be auctioned off in a silent auction, and the proceeds will go to Keystone Military Families Organization to help families who have members in the military or are first responders. As it will be an evergreen throw-in. Reading thought it was a throw-in, it was their throw-in. And they'll kick it back to Evergreen. As Clegg will kick it out, and he'll receive it back. We'll kick it upfield to Long, now to Bayou. Gives it up, now in the middle. Has Vasquez, but is stolen away by Miller. And Miller will give it up to Solabarrieta, who gets pushed off by Martins. It looks like he gave him a bit of a kicker after that. The ref just trying to calm things down there. As will be another foul to Evergreen. So far this season, Evergreen have gotten at least 13 yellow cards. They're hoping not to add any more this season. As Vasquez will pass it off now to Shita. We'll kick it upfield now. Trying to find Martins, but we'll roll all the way back to Bennett Strutz. Come on, Miller. We'll now give it up to Solabar. We'll find it upfield as Harret has it stolen away by Shita. And now Miller will steal it away. Trying to find Kase, who was unable to keep it in play and will go out for a throw-in for Evergreen. Right now, Evergreen trying to find the equalizer and are hoping to at least get some points to help them try and gain some ground in the standings. They're at least 2 points behind Lehigh Valley United. So they're hoping not to be in the bottom spot. As Kase now will take that through ball. Crosses it in. And by Corey Bennett. And will go for another goal for Reading. Corey Bennett that's the third goal of the season for Corey Bennett. And will increase this Reading United lead. It was a good through ball, I believe, by Harret. Kase was able to get to the ball and found Corey Bennett right in the box. He was able to get past, and Bennett was able to get the shot past Conklu. And that will increase the Reading's lead now to 2-0 here in the 28th minute. And now Evergreen will have to dig themselves out of a deeper hole in this game. There's a chance right here for Evergreen, but will be stolen away by Conte. These two teams met earlier this season, with Reading getting the victory. As a 2-0 win at Evergreen. And now Bennett will take this one, but is offsides. That is the 4th offsides of the game for Reading United. So on one side you got Evergreen, who is racking up the fouls with 6, and you got Reading, who is racking up the offsides as Herret. Will now give it off to Roberts. Takes it on the near side. Is knocked down by Sheeta, and the ref won't give a foul on that one. And Campbell will head it up to Kase. Kase will kick it up to Roberts. Flag stays down. Roberts unable to get much of a shot on that one, and will go right to Conklu. On that last one, it looked like Sheeta kind of pushed Roberts off with his arms. And Reading was not happy with that one. And the ref will call that one as Kamamela gave a little push off to Emmett. No, sorry, to Long. And it'll be a free kick to Evergreen. That's only the 2nd foul of the game for Reading. As AJ Sheeta will take the free kick here. Evergreen trying to get a goal to at least cut this drought into half. As Emmons try to head back in, but will be cleared away by Miller. Clegg will try to kick it back, but is headed out by Conte. As Herret will find Amir. We'll go out to Miller. Sorry, Barrieta finds Roberts. Now he's dribbling on near side. Gets past Sheeta. Tries to cross it over to Bennett, but it's kicked away by Clegg. As Sheeta will now give it up to Gribben. And it will eventually go out for a Reading throw-in. As Barrieta will receive this one on the near side. Has to beat Vasquez. And he'll get around him. And now gives it back to Amir. Try to shoot it, but is blocked away. As now Herret tried to start something there, but is kicked away by Evergreen. And Roberts not trying to stay on the ball. Bennett just knocked away by Clegg as Herret. And he's got Kase on the far side. Kase crosses it in. Just over everyone, and it's like the ref will either may have called an offside on that one. So we enter the 31st minute. Reading United so far getting 2 goals in this game thanks to Kieran Roberts and Corey Bennett. Both goals coming off of amazing crosses. And both Roberts and Bennett were able to put him back into the net. As Long will now try to get around Miller. Crosses it over. And now to Bayou, who is offsides. It's the first offsides of the game for Evergreen.
Reading United Free Game sponsored by Core BTS, a customer-centered technology consulting organization.
As Strutz will kick it now to Miller. And he'll kick it back to Strutz. This year, Strutz's goal against average is at .29. It's done really good for Reading United. So far this season, Reading has only given up goals to Long Island, New York, and Ocean City. As now Solabarietta will dribble into the box. Gets tripped up by Shida, and it will be a penalty. Ref calls a penalty on that one as Shida tripped up Solabarietta. Solabarietta tried to take the dribble into the box. Shida definitely at least clipped Solabarietta. That was a good call by the referee. As it'll be Bennett to take the penalty. Reading hoping to increase their lead to 3 as we enter the 35th minute. And Bennett will kick it right into the net. 3-0 Reading United, as that'll be the 4th goal for Bennett, and he now sits atop the goal scoring leaders of Reading with Felipe Hideki and Aaron Malloy.
Goal scored in the 35th minute of play.
Reading just getting more opportunities, and then they definitely got the PK thanks to Shida, who tripped up Solabarietta in the box. And that is the 28th goal this year given up by Evergreen. And they are definitely got to be frustrated right now, as they are at least trying to hopefully stay in this game, and they hopefully want to get a goal out of this one. As Greer will kick it up to Kase. Greer will take it in a different direction and will give it now to Miller. Miller will get it to Harrett upfield. Trying to get around defenders. Trying to find Kase or Bennett, but will be kicked out by Evergreen. As Emmons gets past Campbell, has space to run with. Trying to find Bayou, will be kicked up to Strutz. Solabarietta will kick it upfield. It's got Bennett. Bennett will kick it in! Barely goes past out of play for a goal kick for Evergreen. Bennett trying to get that hat trick. Corey Bennett, of course, getting plenty of opportunities in this game. As he had in other games before. He's definitely getting plenty of opportunities and is just hoping to keep putting him back in the net. As now, kicked it up for Harrett. He'll kick it in, saved by Konklu, as Roberts still on it, and is tripped up for another penalty. And I believe it was Shida again. Shida tripped up Roberts just at the very edge of the box. And Roberts looks to take the penalty now. Right now, Shida has got to be frustrated, either the ref or himself, as this is now the second penalty that he's now given to Reading. As Roberts will take it, kicks it right in to increase the Reading United lead now to 4, as we are now in the 38th minute of play. Kieran Roberts, of course, now adding another goal to his resume this season. And his second of the match. Right now, him and Bennett are probably competing to see who could score more goals in this match. As Reading now sit with a comfortable lead, 4-0, as we are nearing halftime. Now Sola Barrieta will intercept that one. Now Martins has it stolen away by Greer. Greer will now give it to Harret. Now to Amir. To Amer. Now Harret will dribble across field. Now gives it back to Campbell. And he'll give it to Miller. So far, Reading's 4 goals have come off 2 penalties and 2 great crosses. And right now, all the goals are going to both Bennett and Roberts. There's now Greer. We'll give it up to Sola Barrieta, and we'll flick it off to Roberts. And he'll give it back to Greer, who's got Harret in the middle. Harret is offsides. And that is now 5 offsides for Reading. And we're not even out of the first half. Right now, Evergreen are at least hoping to get at least a goal. But right now, I think they're just hoping for this half to end before either Bennett or Roberts gets a hat trick. So now the free kick will be Sheeta, who's upfield. And then Emmons tries to get it, but will be saved by Strutz. It's Clegg. We'll try and head it back upfield. It will be Emmons. Thought he had a man running on the near side, but we go out of play for a throw-in for Reading. As Conte. Give it to Sola Barrieta, who will give it to Miller. Sola Barrieta will give it back to Conte. We come down to the final 5 minutes of this half. Reading sitting with a comfortable 4-0 lead. And are either hoping to increase it, or hopefully just wait this game out so they could add 3 more points to their dominance in the Mid-Atlantic Division. As now Sola Barrieta will receive the cross. Has Vasquez to beat. He'll take it to the other side to Amer. We'll give it off to Kase. He's got a man to beat, and he'll get around him, cross it in. Knocked away by Clegg. And Greer tried to get a shot, didn't get a good foot on that one. Got a second opportunity, but will give it right to Conclu. Makes his 3rd save of the match. And is doing his best to try and keep Evergreen in this game. As Emmons. Give it up to Sheeta. Tried to find Long, but Miller will take that. Will take the ball away. We'll give it to Roberts. And Roberts gave it to Harret, who tried to flick it off, but it appears to be clipped. Got clipped on the shin or the foot, and will go down, but is able to get up.
Reading United free kick, sponsored by Body Zone Physical Therapy, a private North Community Sports Physical Therapy Center dedicated to providing the most comprehensive.
As will be a free kick to Reading.
State-of-the-art facility is located on the 2nd floor of Body Zone Sports and Wellness Complex.
As Greer will now kick it out. Now to Amer. To Bennett. He'll give it back to Amer, and he'll give it off to Miller. Reading have now scored 24 goals on the season, now making the goal differential of 21. And just continuing their dominance in their division. They hope to continue their dominance through the playoffs, which will be starting up in about 3 weeks. And they're hoping to at least host one playoff game. And as part of this PDL playoffs, they will be playing against other divisions, as they got the Southeast Division, and they also got the division from New England, or from the Northeast. Right now, Evergreen hoping to at least get a goal in this match to at least dig into this lead that Reading has built. It's now Martins. We'll give it back to Emmons. We'll cross it to Vasquez. Give it back to Bayou. As now they got a chance in the middle. And is knocked away by Conte. And the ref will call a foul on that one, as it appears to be Amer who is tripped up. It looks like he may have given a yellow card to Luis Martins.
Yellow card has been assessed to Evergreen's number 18, Luis Martins. Yellow card assessed in the 45th minute of play.
So that is 9 fouls in this game so far for Evergreen. And that's the 14th yellow card of the season for Evergreen. As Amer will give it to Miller, and he'll kick it upfield now to Harrett. We'll now give it to Roberts. Give it to Solobarrieta. And we'll give it back to Miller. And Amer will give it back. We'll give it to Miller. Or to Campbell. My bad. We'll give it to Greer. And Greer, trying to find something of Amer, appeared to be tripped up, but ref says play on, and now Sheeta on the ball. We'll give it to Long. Had a man running in, but gave it back to Sheeta. Looks like he had Emmons on the far side. And Amer will kick it out, but Evergreen will still maintain possession. There's now Sheeta in the middle. Has Vasquez running in. It goes out to the corner and will go out of play for a goal kick. As we're now just waiting for the stoppage time to end till halftime. Solobarrieta will give it to Harrett. And Solobarrieta will now give it back to Miller. Solobarrieta trying to find Bennett. Has Clegg to beat, and Clegg will beat him to that one. As Charlton has space to dribble. We'll kick it up now. As they'll now be given off to Bayou. Who's moved back to the defensive position. Evergreen trying to change things up. As Roberts now has space to dribble. Gives it off to Harrett. And another offsides for Reading. So that's their 6th of the match. 6 offsides. Bayou will take the free kick. Kick it upfield now to Vasquez, but is beaten by Miller. And that's the end of the first half. Reading United sitting with a comfortable 4-0 lead, thanks to 2 good shots off of crosses by Bennett and Roberts, and then 2 penalties by Bennett and Roberts. As it is now halftime, it is 4-0 Reading, and we will be back with you in a couple of moments.
Keystone Military.
And welcome, everyone, as we are still at halftime here at John Gursky Stadium. 4-0 Reading United lead thanks to 2 penalties and then 2 great shots on goal by both Roberts and Bennett. As you see this halftime stats here, right now 7 shots for Reading and 0 for Evergreen. And then you can see at the bottom, Reading racking up the offsides, while Evergreen is racking up the goals. I mean the fouls, my bad. As we look at the live feed of the table, according to this game, Reading right now is sitting with 31 points, and that gives them 9 more points ahead of Long Island Rough Riders.
Hey, finally!
And Reading are just hoping to continue their dominance and hopefully clinch up a playoff spot.
We'll give the kids a couple
At the end of the season.
May have any winners.
Right now, Long Island are also hoping to try and find out one of those final playoff spots as they try to hold off the New York Red Bulls U23, who sit 4 points right behind them. Right now, Evergreen is hoping to at least try and get a goal in this match, and are hoping to at least try and make a ground in this game.
The winner is Dan. Congratulations. You won a $25 gift card.
Thanks, boss. All right, joining me in the press box right now is PDL top prospect Aaron Malloy. So, Aaron, how are you doing?
Doing good, enjoying the game. Good result at halftime.
All right, and it's definitely. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Right now, Reading just hoping to maintain this lead, and how does it feel to be the top prospect in all the PDL?
Oh yeah, it feels fantastic, but it's obviously wouldn't have got there without the teammates and the way things have gone for me this season. I mean, I'm just kind of focused on each game as it goes, and hoping Reading can win the conference and overall PDL championship. So it's good along the way that I get to be one of the top prospects in the right place with the way things have been.
Yeah, it's very good to hear. And I don't know if you know, but when you take a long shot outside the box, we've dubbed it, or I have at least dubbed it, the Malloy shot, as you scored at least 2 last year and are known for taking those shots. So do you just like taking the long shot, and like what is going through your mind when you're just trying to take a shot out from outside the box?
Yeah, it's obviously something I've worked on in practice. I've really enjoyed just kind of shooting from distance. Obviously, I play defensive midfield. I don't get a lot of chances to shoot. So when I do, when it does open up a couple of yards or a yard or 2, I try to take my chance and hopefully get a couple of shots in the game.
And another thing is for this Reading United team, you guys definitely have a lot of depth. So clearly you got the night off tonight, and so you ready for the playoffs as the playoffs are coming up in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think right now we're kind of focusing on winning the league right now. We've got 3 games after this, and we're still trying to stay unbeaten and finish the league off as it goes.
No, yeah, right now Reading is just hoping to stay at the top of the standings and try to make that long playoff run that they did back in 2016. As we see the results, like so far this season, you got all these wins and then that one tie draw to Long Island. And then another question I got for you, what is one thing that Coach Alan McCann keeps telling you guys through the practices and all that this season?
I mean, it's very good that we've got a lot of depth in the squad. Obviously, it's competitive in training. Like at the start of the year, we had 3 or 4 guys for each position, and we kind of had to work for it. But something that Alan says to us at each practice, each game, is you play the Reading way, and the returners from each year as it goes along kind of reproduce at the start of each season, and the boys always catch along, and they've done really well this season, as you can see from the results. And the squad were really close friends, and we want to win and to win as a team.
It's very good that the depth that that we have mentioned so far this season. I mean, like you have guys like Lipinski, you got like El Medkar, like plenty of guys, and then you also got Kieran Roberts and Bennett, who are some of the goal scorers tonight. Do you wish you were out there right now, at least playing this game, or?
I mean, I hate watching games normally. I could play, but obviously look at the boys do well right now. I mean, they deserve to be out there 4-0 at half time. It's fantastic, and I'll be back in training now tomorrow, getting ready for the Red Bull away game, which is probably the biggest game of the year. They've over a couple of years they're the one that caused us trouble, and the past two meetings we've won. So yeah, I think the whole squad after this game be really focused on the Red Bull game.
Okay, yeah, definitely trying to keep up at the top of the standings to hopefully clinch that playoff spot. And then, so you say that Red Bulls are a tough team. Like, how is it playing against Ocean City? I always wanted to know because I've seen those games are always very physical because Ocean City just plays physical and the tension's always up there. So
yeah, obviously it's a rival game. Last year we played them 3 times, and this year we played them 3 times, and it's just not like an ordinary PDL game. It's bragging rights. It's we want to win. It's more than just 3 points, and thankfully so far we've played them twice so far this season, got 6 points, and we're on the road to them again next week. And I mean, there's no other game we all want to play in than an Ocean City game. It's one we always get up for, like in the practices leading up to the game, and yeah, it's something that everyone wants to be involved in because it's such a massive game, and it's tough to play against them. Yes, they're good players, but so are we, and it's always a big, tough physical battle.
yeah, and also one thing to mention is that with Corey Bennett scoring 2 goals tonight, he is tied with not only you but also Felipe Hideki,
Yeah.
who is another key player. So you're hoping to at least increase your goals this season?
I don't mind not scoring at all as long as them boys keep reeling in the goals and getting results in. I mean, obviously I'm happy with scoring goals, but Corey's a striker and Felipe plays attacking midfield, so as long as they keep scoring goals and we keep clean sheets at the back, I mean, I'm fine with that.
That's always good to hear. As the players now come back onto the field, and the second half will be starting momentarily.
You good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. Nice talking to you, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Yep. So that was good hearing from Aaron Malloy, PDL's top prospect. So as we come back now to the second half, we're here at John Gursky Stadium, 4-0 Reading United. I'm Noah Pegler, and right now Reading just hoping to continue their dominance in this game, and are at least hoping to just wait out the next 45 minutes to gain those 3 points and to pretty much eventually secure the top spot in the division at some point at the end of this season. Right now for Evergreen, they're just hoping not to give up any more goals. And right now, 2 of those goals were penalties. And right now, AJ Shida has got to be frustrated with either the ref or himself for calling those fouls, as he brought down both Roberts and Solabarieta. And as we notice, he's moved up to the forward position. And and the top goal scorer, Sammy Bayou, is moved to the back defense. As the second half will get underway, and Shida will now kick it to Emmons. And Campbell clear it out. We will let you know if any subs have been made for either side. And Evergreen appears to have at least made 1. Johnny De Souza has entered the game. And it looks like Vasquez and Lewis Long have both exited the match. We'll call it back now for a free kick for Reading. As now Solabarieta on the far side now. We'll give it back to Greer. Now to Bennett. He's got 2 goals in this game, hoping to notch a third. Him or Roberts are hoping to get their 3rd goal in the match. Solabarietta will now kick it back. Kick it now, and the Evergreen will take possession. As Greer with the slide, trying to maintain possession, but eventually Kase will take it, and now Evergreen with an opportunity. Miller trying to fend off Sheeta. Don't give it back to Strutz, and Reading will hold on to it. Corey Bennett will now take it and give it now to Kase, who crosses it in to Bennett, but is offsides. And the ref calling the offsides will halt Bennett from getting the hat trick, at least for now. And right now, the story for Reading, the offsides. That is the 7th offsides of this match. Right now, at this point, we're probably going to end up seeing who's going to end up getting more either fouls or offsides. Is Reading going to get more offsides, or is Evergreen going to end up getting more fouls? And now it'll be a free kick for Evergreen FC.
Substitutions at the half for Evergreen. Entering the game, number 5, Carlos Vasquez, number 14, Paul Milner, number 18, Luis Martinez, and number 17, Lewis Long. Entering in their place, number
As Martins and Milner also exited the match. And also entering the match now is Afambad Chunga and Sanan Balde. As a cross comes in now from Emmons, but goes out of play for a throw-in for Reading, and Campbell will take it. It's Kase as it's stolen away by Evergreen. And Charlton now will give it. And now Reading with Harrett will pass it up to Bennett, who has Bayou to beat. And Bayou applying pressure, but Bennett still on the ball. Bennett gets around him. Shoots it! Just over the crossbar. Bennett showing his worth to the team by taking in crosses and then taking shots of his own. And is really looking for that 3rd goal of the match. As Conklu will now take the goal kick. Reading applying a pressure early. Just trying to keep scoring goals. And hopefully we see some of these Reading United substitutes. They got plenty of guys on the bench who have played this season, like Luca Masset, Gilly Wasso, France Perot, who played last game against Bethlehem. And then also top 10 prospect Daniel Crutzen. And as we mentioned, Reading got plenty of depth to this team, so seeing how we've had players not come back for Reading later in the season, hopefully some of these guys will, and then some of these guys who are on the bench tonight or are not playing may appear later in the season to at least help Reading in their playoff run in the PDL. Reading United wearing the red jerseys tonight as part of the Hometown Heroes Night. And these jerseys will be bid off in a silent auction tonight. As Roberts receives the kick, but will be another offsides. Yeah, these red jerseys are in a silent auction. In a silent auction tonight, and the benefits of the auction will go to Keystone Military Families Organization to help families who have members in the military or are part of first responders. As Evergreen now take it and give it to Balden. Now to Emmons. As they're passing their way up to on the far side, and Sheeta will receive a push from Conte, and it will be a free kick just outside the box. Conte looked like he just gave Shita a little push in the back. It'll be a free kick for Evergreen as they hope to get their first goal of the match and hopefully are hoping to get back into this game. Crosses in, but deflected off the wall. And we'll cross it back in, but right into the hands of Bennett Strutz, who continues his dominance as a goalkeeper for Reading, and hopefully becomes is hoping to become one of the best goalies in the PDL. As Clegg will try to dribble now, but it's stopped by Campbell, who's tripped up, but the ref says play on. He's got Bennett open on the far side as Bayou, as Bennett tried to get the through ball to Roberts, but will go all the way out to Conklu. As a substitute will be coming on eventually for Evergreen, and it will be Rufai Amadou. As Emmons will hold on to this one after receiving some Reading United pressure, but will be kicked out for a goal kick. And a yellow card has been given to, looks like Gribben. Must have said something.
A yellow card given to Evergreen's number 6, Chris Gribben. Yellow card given to 53rd minute.
Looks like he at least wanted the substitute, and he'll be coming off.
Substitution for Evergreen, exiting the game number 6, Chris Gribben.
And that
Entering in place number 7, Rufai Amadou. And a correction to the substitutions at halftime. Entering the game was number 3, Tyrone Matani.
So Gribben's night is done. As Shida will take it. He's feeling the pressure from Greer. Takes a shot! Just goes over the crossbar and out for another goal kick.
Reading United goal kick sponsored by White Star Travel. White Star Tours is a full-service travel agency ready to help you with all your travel needs.
Bennett now. Kick it all the way back to Miller. One of Reading United's top prospects, Miller, along with Lamine Conte, and then along with Daniel Crutzen, who sits on the bench tonight, and then, of course, top prospect Aaron Malloy, who joined us in the press box moments ago. As now Evergreen with the chance now. As Tyrone Madhani tried to get around Miller, but Miller stopped him right there. It's Greer now. Will cross it over to Campbell. Keeps it in play. Has Harrett, who's onside. He's got Bennett and Roberts in the box. Crosses it. Headed away by Bayou. And Emmons now will take it out. Now, wide open space. Madhani crosses it to Emmons. He'll cross it back, but nobody there. And will roll all the way out of... Well, Miller will keep that one in. And now Sola Barrieta just plenty of open space. Give it all the way back to Amir. Go out for a throw-in. But not before a substitute will come on for Reading. Gilly Wasso will be the substitute now. He's come on as a sub many times before for Reading this season. And will come on as fresh legs.
For Reading United, exiting the game, number 7, Nico Solivarietta.
And Solibarieta's night is done. Solibarieta just making his runs and creating opportunities for Reading. Another good night for Solibarieta. Now Gilly Wasso will take his place for some fresh legs. And one thing about Reading United is when they put their substitutes on, they make them a part of the game right away, using their fresh legs as an advantage to eventually, hopefully, scoring more goals. As now, Evergreen will try and find something here. So Madhani will give it up on the near side. Crosses it in to Emmons. Tried to get a shot, but ended up tripping up Campbell. And Conte will take it. As Harrett will keep it alive. And Bennett will cross it to Roberts, but another offsides. 9 offsides for Reading, and appears they have tied Evergreen for an amount of fouls. As Evergreen tried to take a free kick, but will go out to play for a throw-in. One thing about Reading United is they're a team that could score in the second half. They've scored a lot of goals this season, but most of those goals have come in the second half. Big part of that is for substitutes, and some of that has got to do with the rhythm that eventually comes into this game. Reading United, of course, playing with comfortable rhythm tonight, especially with guys like Aaron Malloy, Felipe Hideki, and Alex Lipinski all resting tonight. But now there's a chance for Evergreen. And Emmons tried to get to it, but Strutz just ate it up and will now give it to Amer. Now to Harrett. Trying to find Bennett. Feeling the pressure from Clegg. Now Reading will hold on to this possession. And will go out for a Reading United throw-in. And Reading will be making another substitute momentarily. As Spencer Burkhart will be coming in. Spencer, of course, scored the only goal in the Bethlehem friendly on Tuesday, tying it up with Bethlehem in a 1-1 draw. Now Mayer will find open space, but will give it back to Campbell. And Campbell will find Bennett, who has to get around Clegg, but Clegg will kick it back to Conklou. And Greer will give it to Harrett. And now back to Bennett, who heads it over him. And now Roberts trying to get that hat trick, but will be kicked away. Will be kicked out of play, or will go out of play. And now the substitute for Reading will come on. As it appears, Matt Greer's night will be done. Greer did well tonight, trying to fill in for the spot where Malloy usually is in the midfield.
Substitution for Reading United, exiting the game, number 14, Matt Greer.
Spencer Burkhart will now take his place, hoping to add some opportunities for him in this game as we come to the 61st minute of play. Now Bennett will give it now to Harrett. We'll give it to Kase. He'll give it back to Amer. And now you got Wasso on the far side, but is beaten by, I believe, Bayou. And Reading will hold on to possession. And now Amer gets knocked down. And then Kase tried to find Haret on that one, and it'll go to Conclu. Now, Wasso will give it up to Roberts with his wide open space. Dribbles into the box. Kicks it in, and it goes into the net. And there it is, the hat trick for Kieran Roberts. And does a little celebration there in the box. And now 5-0 Reading. Wasso just takes the ball, finds Roberts with wide open space to run with. Takes the shot. He's got the hat trick in this match. And just keeps adding to his resume here in the PDL. And right now Evergreen is still trying to hope to get something out of this game. As Kase will quickly steal it. And Spencer Burkhart now. Give it back to Campbell. And he'll kick it over to the other side to Miller. Now Wasso finds Haret. And he'll give it to Burkhart. And Haret goes down as we continue play. And Clegg will give it back to Conclu. And Haret is up on his feet. Now Emmons trying to find Madhani, and it will still stay with Evergreen. So right now the scoring line is literally lining up as either Roberts or Bennett. And Bennett is hoping to at least get a hat trick of his own. Or we might end up seeing some goal scorer not named Bennett or Roberts. As Roberts now takes it into the box. Crosses it in to Bennett, who loses it through his legs. And will kick it back out to Wasso. Samir will give it off to Haret. Haret tried to take the shot, but is blocked by Madhani. And he is down. And he's still down, and looks like the trainer may have to come on for it. Come on now. And as you see, the World Cup is going on right now, and the round of 16 is starting up tomorrow. We got top games like Uruguay versus Portugal and France versus Argentina. And obviously, one big shocker is, of course, Germany going down. Everyone was shocked. And we'll now continue play as the throw-in goes into the box, and we'll go out of play for a goal kick for Conclu. And a substitute will be coming on for Reading, and it'll be France Perot, who made an appearance in the Philadelphia Union Festival this past Tuesday. And it looks like Bennett's night is done. He won't get the hat trick, but definitely made an impact in this game. Scoring 2 goals, one off of a cross, and then one off a penalty. And another substitute will be coming on for Reading. It'll be Zach Zandy. And Sebastian Haret tonight is also done. Haret definitely providing opportunities for for his fellow teammates and getting shots on goal.
The other substitution exiting the game, number 8, Sebastian Laurent.
And now Pirot and Zach Zandy will try and add to this game as we come to the 67th minute of play. Is now Madhani trying to get around Burkhart. This will be kicked upfield. Shita feeling the pressure of Conte, and Amer will give it back to Miller. It appears to be another offsides for Reading. Another one. That's at least 10 on the match for Reading. Right now they're beating Evergreen on fouls at least 10-9. At least in offsides. It's now Miller. We'll take that one. Tried to find Wasso, but couldn't find him in open space. Now to Amer. And he'll give it to Campbell. He'll kick it upfield, finding Wasso, who is wide open. Only has a man to beat. Yes, Burkhart in the box, along with Pirot and Roberts. And Evergreen will now will stop Reading, and here they come on the attack. Trying to find Shita, but Conte will end the attack. Is now Zandy. Give it to Kase. And Kase trying to find Wasso, but just a little over, or no, sorry, my bad. It was Pirot, but it was headed away by Bayou. As Emmons now will take it across field. As his pass blocked by Amer. As now Madhani tried to give it back, but it will go out for a Reading throw-in. Right now, Reading just now sitting with a comfortable 5-0 lead. And now have a goal differential of 22. And are hoping to increase their lead. Because for all we know, that goal differential could make a difference for playoffs. As now Emmons now. We'll give it off, and then eventually to Shita, who was just a little too far. And now Reading will now start an attack with Kase, then Burkhart, and then Kase going on the near side. Has Pirot, crosses it in, just a little too far for Pirot. And Wasso is able to keep it in play. Crosses back in, but only to Clegg. And Burkhart may have wanted possibly a handball on that one in the box, but the ref says play on. Is now Shita. Will now dribble until it's stopped by Kase. Now you got Wasso on the far side. Had to get around Chunga. And then Pirot is dragged down by Bayou. It'll be a free kick for Reading. And that's another foul for Evergreen. Should be their 10th of the match. There's another sub could be coming on momentarily for Reading, and it'll be top 10 prospect Daniel Crutzen. And we'll see where he's been being positioned because he's a defender, but got playing time at midfield recently, as Coach Alan McCann is experimenting to see what can work with Crutzen. As it looks like it will be Burkhart and I believe Amer to take the free kick. Crosses in for a shot and just goes over the crossbar through the football goalposts. It will be a goal kick for Evergreen. And looks like Amer's night is done.
Substitution for Reading United. Taking the game for 5, Austin Amer. Entering in his place, number 6, Daniel Crutzen. Substitution in the 72nd minute of play.
To come now to the 72nd minute. Reading just waiting for the end of this match. And it will give them another 3 points and a really comfortable lead with the 9-point lead over Long Island Rough Riders in this Mid-Atlantic Division. As now Burkhart will steal it away from Madhani as Wasso gives it to Perot. As Bayou to beat. And Bayou will beat him as Perot tried to nutmeg him. As Sheeta will kick it upfield now. But we'll go all the way to Strutz, who comes out of his box. And Reading will settle it down. And now Reading will just hold on to possession here. And Miller will kick it upfield, but headed away by Bayou. Now Evergreen will take it, and this near attack is stopped by Roberts. And Roberts will now cross it to the far side to Wasso, who dribbles in, has Perot in the box, and tried to find Perot, but was stopped by Chunga. But Reading will take Chunga's clearance and will now go back on the attack. As now Zandy crosses it in to Kase. Kase keeps it in play, gives it to Roberts. Roberts shoots it, and he scores on that one, giving him his 4th goal of the match. As if 3 wasn't enough for Roberts. And now it is 6-0 Reading United. It was a great save by Kase to keep that ball in play. And then was able to find Roberts, who was able to cut through the box, take a shot, get it past Conclu. And he's probably now, he sits right up there with Malloy and Hideki and Bennett as top goal scorers for Reading United. He's probably, I believe he scored at least 5+ goals on this season. And Roberts is definitely proving his worth here tonight for Reading. And hopefully he can continue that through the playoffs. As now Crutzen will steal it away. And Crutzen will be giving it back. Now to Burkhart. Now to Kase. Scott Charlton. And Kase will give it back to Burkhart, who crosses it. Tried to find Perot, but will go all the way out for a goal kick for Evergreen.
Russo Italian Market offers a wide range of imported products exclusively from Southern Italy. Check that out. And why this thing?
And as we see the scorecard, it's just still Roberts, Bennett, Roberts. Just a lot of Roberts. As Wasso steals the ball away. Tried to give it to Roberts, but was unable to gain possession, and he may have been tripped up a little bit. But Reading will maintain possession. As another cross comes in, but will go to Bayou.
On those red jerseys, so if you haven't done so already, make your way down to the main concourse area.
So we come down to the final 14 minutes of this match. Reading sitting on a still 6-0 lead. As Evergreen on the attack. Has Emmons on the near side. Has to get around Campbell, but is stopped by Kase. And Campbell will keep it in. And Campbell just getting around the pressure from Evergreen. And Lamine Conte will now kick it out to Wasso. Reading just sitting on a comfortable 6-0 lead on Hometown Heroes Night. They are wearing the red jerseys in honor of Hometown Heroes Night. These jerseys will be auctioned off tonight in a silent auction. And as Evergreen tried to get the opportunity there, but Strutz will end the attack. Yeah, these jerseys will be auctioned off tonight, and the proceeds going to Keystone Military Families Organization to help families who have family members in the military or are first responders. And Kase tried to flick it off to Burkhart, but will go out of play. As Evergreen will make a substitute, and it will be Daniel Obor.
Substitute for Evergreen, exiting the game, number 9, Ethan Evans.
And Ethan Emmons' night is done. Applied a lot of pressure for Evergreen, but was unable to put one in the back of the net. One thing that affected the Evergreen in this match was definitely the fouls that were just kept racking up. Especially two penalties that were caused by Sheeta. As now Evergreen on the attack. Tried to find something there, but Campbell will kick it out. Kase will keep it in, flicks it back to Burkhart, and trying to find Perot, but it's stopped by Clegg. There's Charlton. Give it up to Clegg. And Clegg will give it now to the man who just came on, Obor. Oh, will be crossed now to the far side to, I believe, Sheeta. He crosses it in and will be headed out. And Evergreen will maintain possession. There's now Madhani. We'll give it now. And it's back to Madhani, who kicks it in! Scores! And that will give Evergreen 1 goal in this match. Well, Evergreen finally found the goal that it needed, as Madhani was able to dribble through. Only had Strutz to beat, and will at least give him a goal in this game as we come down to the final 10 minutes. It's only the 4th goal of the season given up by Reading United. And the other sub, Johnny D'Souza, got the sub on that one. Or got the assist. My bad. And Conte now will give it to Campbell. And then to Roberts. As Kase is swarmed by all the Evergreen players. And now Madhani, the goal scorer, had a man to beat in Campbell. And got shoved out of bounds. And it looks like it will be a free kick for Evergreen FC. Right now, Reading just waiting for these final 10 minutes to end so that they could move on and get ready for the Red Bull and Ocean City, as it's part of their final matchups of the season. While Evergreen will take on Lehigh Valley and Long Island and New York Red Bulls on the road. It's now opportunity for Reading, as I believe it was Perot trying to find Roberts, but was forwarded right into the hands of Conklew. Now Evergreen responding. And it'll be kicked out by Wasso for an Evergreen throw-in. Now, Crutzen will give it back. Now to Conte, who almost could have given up a turnover there. And then Reading will hold on to this possession. Now Wasso gives it to Perot, who feels the pressure from Charlton. And a foul will be given here. As Perot is down. For fans who are interested in keeping up with the PDL, whether it's news, knowing who's on top of the prospect list, power rankings, or matches, or even the playoffs coming up, go to www.uslpdl.com. Well, Evergreen scoring the goal to keep things interesting, as a free kick came in there by Crutzen, trying to find Burkhart, and Reading will hold on to possession after the clearance by Evergreen, who are trying to at least increase the lead, increase their goal scoring in this game. But now Reading just hoping to close it out as we come down to the final 6 minutes. As Burkhart in wide open space has Perot in the box, crosses it in. As Roberts now to Zandy. As Gilly Wasso gives it off to Roberts, who Roberts kicked it, and it could have been a handball there, and the ref says play on. And Clegg, just dribbling upfield, tried to find Sheeta, but is stopped by Conte. I honestly thought that was a clear, obvious handball. I mean, he pointed like it was some part of the arm, but I think that literally hit the defender right on the hand. That's where VAR needs to come in and possibly call a free kick on that one. As Campbell will try to give it back to his teammate, but had it deflected away. But it will still stay with Reading United. So come down to the final 5 minutes plus stoppage time. We'll go out for another throw-in.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down, stop your bidding. Make sure to stick around after the game.
Reading United's final home matchup is coming up on July 14th against Lehigh Valley United. Game time starts at 7 o'clock, and coverage of the game for live stream on YouTube will begin at 7 o'clock. Again, you could catch all the live stream for Reading United games only on YouTube. As Conklew will now take the goal kick. Now Matt Honey will kick it up. Has an opportunity for Evergreen. Looked like it was a push-off by O'Bor, who pushed off Miller. And looks like the ref is calming down some tension between the players. As O'Bor came running up to get the ball and kind of gave a bit of a push and a shove down to Miller. And looks like Miller didn't take light to that at all. So ref's trying to calm things down. It looks like Johnny Sousa, or De Sousa, is just trying to say something to the ref. And now we'll continue play. Bennett Stroot's telling his men to push up field. He'll kick it up to Campbell. Tries to find Kase, but is knocked away by Bayou. But Bayou tried to get rid of it, but off of Charlton. And now Pirot in the box! The ref says play on, as Pirot could have been tripped up there. And Conklin will try to kick it up to Sheeta, but cleared away by Miller. And Evergreen will hold possession as Matt Honey tries to kick it up to Sheeta. But now Reading will hold on to his possession as Wasso. Give it to Roberts. He'll give it back to Wasso, who has Matt Honey. And will go all the way out for a throw-in for Reading. As Zandy will give it back to Crutzen. Now to Roberts. Now to Campbell. Costa tried to get around Charlton, didn't work. And now, Evergreen on the attack. As O'Bor on the near side. Trying to get around this Reading United defense. And Spencer Burkhart will kick it away. It's Charlton. Stop that one, but only into the legs of Zandy. As they go to the far side. Crutzen gives it to Wasso, who gets around his man. And Wasso, trying to get around, has Pirot in the box. Going into the box. Kicks it in. Stop, but on the rebound, Wasso just kicks it over to net. And we'll go out for another goal kick. So Reading have gotten plenty of opportunities. Perot on that one just got a great opportunity, but was great for Wasso to get the rebound and was able to get a pretty good shot off of that. And just needs to get his head a little more over the ball to try and get that on goal. We come down to the final minute of regulation play, pending stoppage time. Reading United sitting on a very, very, very comfortable lead in this game, thanks to 4 goals by Roberts and 2 goals by Bennett. And at least 2 of these 6 goals were penalties. Swasso crosses it in to Zandy, who was unable to control it, but the play is still in, and Roberts looking for his 5th. And that is the match. Reading United win this match 6-1 over Evergreen FC. And that will give them 3 more points, now giving them 31 points. And that's a 9-point lead over Long Island Rough Riders. It was a great night for Reading United, especially for Kieran Roberts getting the hat trick +1. And then and also Corey Bennett getting his opportunities, and right now Alan McCann is doing everything right. He just he just keeps telling his guys just play their game and then and they somehow keep getting the wins and have yet to lose a game this season and have only suffered a tie to Long Island so far this season. So hopefully the fans enjoyed this night tonight. So it was a good night tonight for Reading, and as they rested most of their star players. And Kieran Roberts just showing his worth to this team, and hopefully he can continue his dominance as Reading United is heading into the playoffs. And hopefully they can clinch a playoff spot within their next couple of games. Right now for Evergreen, they'll go on a road trip, or they'll continue their road trip now, as they now will head to Lehigh, and they'll play them tomorrow. And we'll continue their road trip to play Long Island, and we'll take on New York Red Bull U23. And they're hoping to at least get some more points to at least make sure they're not at the bottom spot of the standings. So it was a good night tonight for Reading United, and it was good to see Aaron Malloy come in the booth. It's good to speak to him, and hopefully he can continue his dominance through not only through this PDL season, but hopefully his career, and we'll definitely keep an eye on him. As Reading United have definitely got plenty of notable alumni, like Keegan Rosenberry, who's now at the Philadelphia Union, and then Alex Bono, who is with Toronto FC, was part of their championship team last year, and actually got a chance to play for the U.S. men's national team. So a lot of these guys that we see here, well, that will hopefully make it to the MLS level and hopefully continue on from there. So it's definitely a good night for Reading. And they hope to continue their dominance as they will take on New York Red Bulls U23 and Ocean City Nor'easters. As we get the look at the final match stats and you see the goals, lots of Kieran Roberts and Corey Bennett. And by the looks of it, comparing shots to fouls, Evergreen got more fouls, 13-10, as Reading only got 10 offside. So hopefully you all watching this game enjoyed the match. I like to say thank you to camera operator Braden Byler, our producer Alan Pegler, and I'm Noah Pegler saying good night from John Gursky Stadium, and we'll see you for our next matchup against Lehigh Valley United on July 14th.